to use another psychic power. Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I'd like to try using Augury, which allows me to read the Emperor's Tarot for a specific individual, and I will be reading. What's your character called again, Molly? God damn it.
Lorgat?
Lorgath's power, his tarot.
Okay, this is interesting. Let's do this.
Yeah, so it's not opposed, and it's an extended test. I don't know quite what that means.
So it's a psychic power. What page?
What page is it? PDF 193 of Deathwatch Core.
So how do you do this? You just like grab them to start reading my
Augury, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, so by reading the Emperor's Tarot for a specific individual, the psychic basically you read the Emperor. It's like cards, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For a specific individual, the psychic can grant insight into what troubles lay ahead. During the reading, both the psychic and the subject must remain in contact, and no other actions may be taken by either of them. The psychic can ask a specific question. It can be as detailed as what must my battle brother overcome if they are to enter the Patriarch's lair, or as broad as what dangers face the chapter. After that, the psychic reads the Emperor's Tarot for the subject, and concentrate on the questions asked at the end. Okay, so yeah. So it's extended tests. So basically, yeah, let me look up extended. Because I've never done it before, actually.
Does it mean I have to make like multiple rolls or something?
Yeah, probably. Let me just read it quick.
What are you trying to get about me? Like, if I'm gonna fuck up or some shit?
No, it's more like I can say, like, if we roll up, are these things gonna like instantly attack us, basically? Stuff like that. I could ask like a question like that.
Yes.
In the case of extended actions, the number of full actions required to activate the power is indicated by the number of brackets detail. Okay, so right. So
10.
because it's basically it would take 10 full rounds for you to read it, but because you guys aren't in combat, it's basically just 60. It's basically just a minute of reading.
Okay. So.
It's definitely not something you want to do in combat.
Yeah.
Take out a fucking deck of cards and start telling its fortune. So you just make a standard test, you can choose to push it or not. Generally I wouldn't push that, in fact I'd do that as fettered if I were you.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, I get results based on my power level.
Yeah. Always push everything.
So I get like 9+, which would be 10 if I pushed it.
Yeah.
But I
don't know. Do you really want to push it, dude? I mean,
no. I'm having horrific psychic powers, like at the moment.
So... I'm telling you, you can't have like horrible outcomes twice in one day. You've already got your horrible shit out of the way once, so you're in the clear today.
If you summon a demon lord, I will fucking kill you. I swear, you've derailed my campaign so much.
Okay. Okay. What? So if I, one sec. If I don't push and just like unfettered it.
Yeah. That's just whatever your psi rate is now.
Right, okay.
And it's no willpower bonuses or anything. Yeah.
Okay.
And you only call psychic phenomena on doubles.
That's okay, that's fine then, that's fine. So
it's basically like,
what am I rolling then? Just
flat willpower.
Flat willpower.
Yeah.
Boom.
Is that a double? Yes, it
88?
is.
Yeah. Might as well pushed it.
Okay, so it's a double, so roll 1d100 because you perilled.
Oh, thank God. So I'm fine.
Fart.
I just fart. The Land Raider fills with a gust of horrendous wind.
I missed you, Uriel.
Alright, so what's your star rating then? Unfeathered?
That's 7.
That's 7, okay, so 7 to 8. Okay, the Psyker determines the most dangerous... Well, you have to actually ask me a question.
Yeah.
Well, you said if we roll up, are these people going to instantly attack?
Yeah,
Isn't that what you said?
I'm wondering if I want to ask that because they probably are, but like they could also be here defending. So I kind of want to. I want to be like.
Can they be reasoned with or something?
Will these Maccabian deserters, Maccabian deserters. Attackers, or is there a greater foe they're defending this place from?
Okay, so the Psyker determines the most dangerous opposition that the subject will face. As a bull, plus the Psyker also determines other negative forces that may be present. The Psyker can determine as many forces as his PR. As all the above, plus the Psyker determines the best advantage or tool that the subject can use for this situation. Okay, so you want to know, are these the greatest threat, or are they merely like defending themselves or something like that?
Yeah, basically like, could this potentially be like a base of operations for us that we could use as a defensive position with these guys against something?
Well, you actually have to just ask a very specific question. So just ask me like a one-sentence question that ends in a question mark. That's it. You can't be elaborate about it. So phrase it any way you will, but just be very clear about what you're asking.
Do they have cake?
The cake is alive.
No. Not.
Will these people work with us if we don't shoot them as we walk up to the gates?
Okay, so your auguries, the Emperor gives you a vision, and he gives you a vision of the following. You are aware that these are not the greatest threat on Heriazor. You're aware that they're afraid, and that they're merely defending themselves. If you trundle up with clear hostile intentions, they will attack you. They fear the Imperium, and they fear the Space Marines above all. They have not fallen to chaos, they're merely just afraid. And they're afraid of other creatures on Heriazor that have been hunting them. But what those creatures are, you're unaware of. But that's the information you gained, and you do know that they may be open to diplomacy.
Exactly, then there we go. We don't want to destroy them, we should go and speak to them.
Absolutely.
Just saying, they are traitors to the Imperium.
Shut up.
Do we know this?
Our job is to...
Shut up. I clamp your lips closed, brother.
You don't know. You know that they fear the Imperium. You don't know if that means they're deserters or not, but they have an abject fear of the Imperium and the Space Marines particularly.
All that means is that we have the advantage.
Why would anyone fear something as majestic as the Imperium if they are not, if they have not betrayed it in some way or broken its laws?
Anyone here?
Yeah. Okay.
Someone actually went BRB cat smashing something.
Yeah, that was Chris. Respond, Uriel.
Uriel is technically the leader now, so whatever he decides goes.
Yeah.
So.
We're on a hostile planet, and if these are potential allies, or at least like if we can have some kind of a truce with them where like we're not hostile to each other, then that's like one less thing we have to worry about. Come on.
I believe if we share a common enemy on this planet, which is a greater evil, we will be able to work together. So I say we go without hostile intent, speak to them, and if they attack, and we destroy them. Our justice shall be swift if they are not able to speak with us and work together. But if they've set up this form of defensive position, there must be something very dangerous on this planet, and we should be wary of it.
If they are deserters, we'll still have to deal with them as the Imperium judges them after.
They will
when
be
we're
useful
done.
up until a point, brother.
We'll turn them in once they've like outlived their usefulness to us.
Turn them in.
To turn them in
some jibs. Yes, we shall.
All.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you guys going to approach this? Because currently you're sitting 1 kilometer away in a Land Raider at the top of a ridge.
I guess I
Voxcast?
I would kick in the engines, going at max speed, and then slow to
So you're gonna go cruising speed and then go to tactical speed.
Well, I'll say I'll come to a halt at say 500 meters, something where they can see us, and then
Okay.
request
Like-
Uriel's.
Yeah, I'd
guidance
like to be
on like what to do next.
I'd like to be trying to be as non-aggressive as possible with my my weapons slung in whatever holsters I have, and my arms up, requesting a parley in whatever position I would try and do in a kind of like let me talk to you kind of way.
Are you sitting out of the top of the Land Raider?
I
doing
am
this?
on top of the Land Raider right now.
Okay, so there's actually a hatch you can just like stand out of.
Stick
on
my
top
head
of
out
it.
of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do that.
I would actually ask all if he could man the last cannon.
Well, 500 meters is like a kilometer away. You need to be like within like 100 meters to like talk to someone by shouting to them. So.
Well, okay, then I guess I would take it at like a good speed, like maybe I don't know.
Well,
Good speed
100 meters away is like where you guys are right now, so you'd have to stop exactly where you are right now, basically.
Yeah. I'd just like to stop beyond like any. What's the range of a sniper? Like 120.
It's like 300 meters or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. You're in a Land Raider. What are you afraid of?
You're just gonna get his head shot off with
I'm
like a
in
last cannon.
Terminator armor. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
are you gonna take your helmet off because you gain fellowship bonuses when you have your helmet off and things like that?
Oh
You
god.
really should.
I think you gain 5 or 10. I can't remember.
think it's
Yes, I'll take my helmet off.
Okay, so Uriel gets out of the top hatch of the Land Raider. You guys come trundling up, and you stop here. You can see that there's clearly every auto gun in the place is pointed at you, and dozens of other las guns get pointed out between the the crudely built palisade made of scrap metal and whatever wood they could rip out of the ship's interior cabins, and they're all pointed at you, and they look anxious and they look as if they're waiting for you to speak. So Uriel pops his head up. You take off your helmet, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you take off your helmet with your Terminator armor still bulging sort of out the sides of the hatch. So what do you want to say to them?
That action Scott, by the way, just really relevant.
Maccabians.
Yeah. Maccabian Janissaries, that's their name.
Maccabian Janissaries. I cannot of potential past deeds. We are here to speak. There are things afoot on this planet which cause both your group and mine dangers, and I wish to talk for us to better understand this threat and potentially work together in its destruction, or at least in the defense of this position.
Okay. Let me see. First guy, okay. Let me see. Okay, so make a fellowship test +5. You heard me, right? Fellowship test +5.
There you go.
Okay, good. Alright, so they all sort of halt for a moment and you can hear them talking between themselves, and then they go, "Why are you here?"
We were sent to this planet on a mission to retrieve an artifact. That artifact is not in your midst. We realize that, but this is a location that interested us as a potential as a potential side part to our mission. We thought this was going to be something interesting, so we arrived.
We thought you were interested, so we drove up on a Land Raider to see what was going on.
We are not here to destroy you.
You're here for additional information and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So after a while, they tell you to wait, and after a while, a man who wears the same uniform as they do, but more golden, and clearly it's in ruins, much like the rest of their gear because they crashed on the planet. But his has got more livery on it, so it's more golden looking, and it's clear he's a major of the Maccabian Janissaries. So let me see. Okay. So he introduces himself as Major Dorsky. Yeah, Dorsky.
He still
He's
uses his title.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he introduces himself as Major Dorsky, and he explains that the Just Reward arrived in the system after sustaining heavy damage during its journey through the warp. He explains that the vessel had not been traveling to Heriazor, but due to severity of the damage, they were forced to make a landing here, as they had little hope for surviving a continued journey to their destination on the Akros Salient's battlefronts.
They're a
And
lost group of people.
yeah, they didn't
They're
intend to
not
land.
deserting on purpose.
Yeah, he basically says they didn't intend to land here. They had no choice. Most of the crew were killed in a battle with Chaos over a world, and they had to make a quick transition to the warp to escape the Chaos fleet pursuing them. However, one battle brother can make a routine plus 20 scrutiny test to see if he's telling the truth.
Who has
Only
best
for
I've got 25. Anyone else?
21.
Wow, I'll do it then. 25 for me.
Castor might have scrutiny. Castor has 19 scrutiny, never mind.
Get no bonuses? Yeah, just...
Plus 20.
God damn.
Okay, so some pose tests. Yep, so as far as you can tell, his story rings very much true, and it seems as if these are just the unfortunate souls of a battle with Chaos gone awry, that they simply warped out of the conflict to save their own souls and inadvertently transported to the Heriazor system because most of the crew were dead, and these guys are just infantry grunts who didn't really know how to drive the ship, and that's why it ended up crashing. So it seems they're in fact not deserters, so far as you can tell, and they just simply crashed on the planet.
I ask what happened to the navigator.
He tells you that all of the crew of the ship, including the captain, the command staff, the navigators, the astropaths, and anything that weren't members of the immediate Janissaries, some of the lower crewmen, like the furnace workers and some of the engineers, survived, and they joined the Maccabian Janissaries in building this sort of small fortificated settlement. But the majority of the command crew of the Just Reward is dead. So you can't corroborate his story at all, but as far as you can tell, he seems to be ringing true, and he doesn't seem to be lying. So,
is any of the ship either still powered or has any way of verifying your story? We have a tech marine here that might be able to integrate with some of your systems and corroborate your story.
No, so he says any of the machine spirits worked by the Mouses were destroyed in the crash. They barely managed to connect power cables from the damaged reactor out into the rest of this small settlement to give power to some of their buildings. But other than that, the whole ship is a ruin. And you guys can see from where you are, it's basically been buckled in at least 6 different locations, and it's utterly ruined. So
I changed the subject then. Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, from my knowledge of being on previously aboard, serving in the fleet, what would a standard captain of a frigate be like?
Imperial captains are universally quite devout members of Imperial society. They usually are members of the nobility and graduates from the Schola Progenium. They're generally loyal to the bitter end. Imperial captains have been known to sacrifice themselves by ramming into larger ships and things like that. So.
Yeah. But could they say survive in a hostile world along with guardsmen, or would they likely succumb to things?
Well, it depends if they're voidborn or not. Voidborn are more susceptible to diseases and stuff because they're built and they're born in recycled air systems of void ships, and a lot of the Imperial Navy are voidborn. But he says all of them just simply died in the battle with the Chaos fleet, and they transitioned into the warp. And when they re-emerged, there was no one left alive to drive the ship. So.
Okay.
If I can, I ask another question. So the navigator needs to pull the ship out of the warp, right?
No, the navigator simply needs to plan the course.
Oh, okay. I thought the navigator took it in and out. Never mind.
No, he only plans the course.
Alright. Who does that? Is that the warp engines then?
The warp, the engineers simply take it out after. Basically, the navigator plans the time.
Yeah.
He tells the engineerium when they need to cancel the warp drive, and then they just simply do it at the. They have a countdown, and when it's done, it just automatically exits the warp.
Okay.
So he doesn't need to be alive after it. And as far as you can tell, they just made a blind warp jump and ended up here.
Alright.
Okay. So, Janissary Commander.
Yeah,
If we
Major
could-
Dosky, his name is.
Yeah, Major Dosky. If we could get you off this planet, would you rejoin the fleet and continue your battle with the rest of the fleet?
They look around for a moment, and it's let me see. He sort of it's very clear he starts rattling off some course of oaths and promises and things like that. While he's doing that, actually, could you make a 50 tech use test, Sarlacc?
You got it.
Say plus 50.
Yeah, plus 50.
Alright.
Boom.
Okay, so you can tell when he was recounting the battle with Chaos and the massive damage inflicted by the Chaos fleet upon the ship. You can tell, and it's abundantly clear to you, that he has no idea what he's talking about. He mentions like plasma scoring on the side of the ship and things like that, but you can tell from a simple glance over the whole of the ship, even without any instruments, Sarlacc, that the ship was clearly not significantly damaged by the forces of Chaos. In fact, it seems there were no damage to the ship at all prior to it crashing onto the surface. So he's lying about it ever being in a space battle. It seems as if all the damage was incurred upon impact.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut though, because like we have bigger fish to fry than these people right now.
Okay.
I just kind of
Then-
nod.
So
humor
Sarlacc
him.
knows he's lying, but he's not telling anyone.
Right, then I continue my line of questioning.
Okay.
Why have you built this fortified structure? What on this planet are you defending yourselves from? This was a planet that was thought to be empty.
Okay, so he says the reason they've dragged out large sections of the ship's hull and planted it along the ground in metal plates, as you guys can see, over the dirt of the ground, and why they've constructed such significant barricades is about a month into their survival on this planet, he tells you that strange creatures started erupting from the ground and taking people off in the night that wandered too far. He gives you a brief description of these strange serpentine creatures with multiple arms, and you guys need to roll a test for me. Let me see. He describes... yeah, do a -10 Forbidden Lore Xenos test.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone can try and know what these are.
Can I get more from being studious, Quirk?
I was gonna say I'm that. But
Yeah,
I'm
being
honest.
studious gives you +10. If anyone is studious, you gain +10 to the lore test.
Ah, shit, that's for people now.
Okay, so anyone who passed this test immediately knows that the creatures that he is describing bears a great similarity to a Tyranid Ravener.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. Well, I mentioned this to him, that it was in fact the Tyranid Ravener that you appear to be speaking of.
This doesn't make him any more happy.
Oh, give him a balloon.
The deserters tell you that the creatures are most active at night and often began their attacks by emerging from the ground.
Basically.
Yeah.
This is actually the reason for the layer of armor that was placed beneath the camp. It serves as a measure to reduce the number of Xenos assaulting within the confines of the ramshackle village. The survivors have not encountered any other Tyranid creatures to date. They cannot confirm the absence of other creatures, but they have not seen anything to indicate that others are present. The soldiers are also aware that these creatures seem to be far more active near the abandoned town to the north, just a few kilometers from the wreckage. This is also the same town that houses the Imperial Temple, where the Sphere of Saint Eret was last seen. So it seems that Tyranid Raveners are in fact in the town you guys need to go to.
I
Beautiful.
whisper to your here and say, if these men really are devoted to the Emperor, then they should aid us. And
They
even
should.
Even if they are deserters, then we can help as well. And they would most likely die doing this, but let them assault the town with us. And then
I believe the idea of cannon fodder is well worth it.
even though they are souls of the Imperium, they have been here and they fear it for some reason. Now you've really stated. So I do not trust these men. With a captain? Would it be with a librarian? Yeah, whatever.
That is what you shall call me from now on, yes.
Yes, the librarian, so...
I will ask for their assistance if they choose not to aid us in our quest and say something. I will make my mind up on what happens here.
I believe we should not request, for we are above them. We should demand, not request. They have no right to refuse Holy Space Marines, Angels of Death.
I shall request, and if they do not take it as demand, then we shall see what happens.
Okay, we'll make your fellowship test again. And tell me what you're saying exactly. Well, actually, tell me what you're saying
Is it plus
first.
5 still?
Well, tell me what you're saying first, because based upon how convincing I am convinced of your, convincing me to go fight Raveners, sure, right. Then we'll see how it goes. So convince me, Phil. Convince me.
Janissaries. The town we must assault before we can get all of us off this planet. This town holds a device, and we will collect it. We will have orbital support, but we need numbers on the ground. If you go with us and our tank, we shall clearly and decisively win this battle. And then we shall get you off this planet.
Okay, so make a -20 fellowship test.
Oh god.
Plus
5?
Plus 5, yeah, so -15.
That's it, Phil. That's it.
You want to reroll
it?
35% chance of passing.
How much?
35.
25?
35. Oh, no, it would be 25, sorry. Yeah. Unless you want to bump it up. 35.
You could re-roll it and spend another fate point to gain 10 on it, so it'd only be -5, but that's up to you.
So what, 2 fate points out of my 3?
Yep.
And we're going up against fucking Tyranids.
Don't spend the fate point.
It's a opposed check, right?
Yep.
Would I be able to know how, like willing he might be to do this before I say just give you 10, 1 fate point to bump it up to -1.7?
No, I can't inform you until after the roll how he acts. Yeah.
You have a 48% chance of doing better than you did. Oh, no, sorry, 52% chance, yeah? 48% chance of doing worse.
I think I'm just going to spend 1 fate point to make it -1.7, and if he really, really doesn't want to do it, then I'm not going to force him. So I'm going to spend a fate point to make it -1.7.
So fucking kind.
Okay, let me see what's he got. His fellowship is that. He's got that. Okay, so let's roll just his fellowship, alright? Alright, so they look around from themselves for a moment and say, they debate with themselves for at least a good 20 minutes. You can hear a lot of roaring and shouting and things like that. They're clearly talking adamantly between themselves, and after a while, the gates open. At least they pull them back, and the Major himself, along with a group of the Janissaries, come out and say, well, they kneel before you. They kneel before the Land Raider, literally bow, and then you can see that all the ones on top of the, the towers are doing the same, and the ones behind the pillars are all bowing as well. And a rather large crowd of at least 100 or so more of them are starting to appear at the gates, and kneeling as well, or bowing. So then the Major just looks over you all and says, "Mighty Space Marines, if you return us to the Emperor's light, we swear we will fight with you to the death."
I shout hoo-ha.
Okay, So
I
they
elbow Lorgath.
They agreed to fight for you.
Fucking,
Ah, yes.
I suggest to you to confirm these men's ability. We should keep the Major in the tank so that he can organize them better, and also his life is not at risk out there. And
Yeah,
if
there
he
is.
turns out to order them against us, we can just simply kill him.
Yes, there is
Good thinking.
much tactical software, machine spirits inside this tank.
Long
I
Rider.
believe it is a wise maneuver.
So what's this guy's name? I'll just put it down because I was pretty convinced you were just going to murder them.
I wanted to so badly, by the way.
The other group just murdered them.
We got 100 dudes for fucking
I will
cannon
never
foddering.
Oh,
never elect Lorgath to be leader.
200 dudes actually. There's 200 of them.
Yeah.
I still don't trust him. Fucking...
How much man meat can
You fit in your mouth.
can a Tyranid fit inside its stomach before it can no longer eat anymore?
They don't eat so much as just kill everything. So they don't really do it out of. They just do it because they kill things. So.
Okay.
The Zap Brannigan approach, I see.
Send in more troops.
So your plan was to what? Make them kill things till they run out of their kill counter or something and shut down.
Like, when it rolls over 999 kills, they just goes back to 0 and they stop killing.
Okay, so you guys can fit. Well, there's 2 spots for the driver and everything. Uriel takes 2 spots. Is anyone else wearing Terminator armor? Nope.
I'm not.
No.
Okay, so 7 of the 14 spots on the Land Raider are taken up. So you guys can fit a total of 14 Janissaries inside the Land Raider. They're human, so they take up half the space. So you guys can fit 14 of them in the Land Raider. Do you want to take 14 of them with you and make a bunch of them walk, or what do you want to do?
I say we just take the captain and make the rest of them walk.
Major. I say take the
Maybe-
Major and any of his command crew.
What was
Maybe
Kadir
we
going to say? Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe we should take 2 marksmen to mend the cannons.
Oh yeah, we
would
could
be
do that.
Just a lot better than them.
None of them are better at aiming than you or the machine spirits, so...
Yeah.
I would say take the Major on board and like ask him to like let his men sort out how many or who wants to like go into the Land Raider with us, if any. Let
That
them
would be,
decide.
I bet all 200 of them would want to be in here.
Yeah, well, we only have space for 14. Well, 13
they-
minus. You know.
Yeah.
Okay,
So they can sort it out if they want.
We asked the Major who he would like to bring on board. We have 14 spaces. The rest must walk with us.
So he brings he brings himself and some of his adjutants, which are just those guys.
Yeah. So wait, couldn't they just sit on top on the sides of the Land Raider as well and on top of it?
Nah, they
Let's
have to,
move
go, have to go inside.
Get all 200 on top.
Oh, not all 200. But
We're playing Jenga with them.
Okay, so you guys, do you want to mobilize all 200 of the Janissaries
Yes.
to move out with you?
I
Okay,
would
so the
suggest-
entire camp gets ready to move then.
uh,
You can see they're in kind of a bad way. Their equipment's ragtag. They've made cold weather gear from the curtains and like carpets of what's left inside the building. So they're wearing what used to be their uniform, like draped with like scraps of curtain and fabric and things like that.
Did they scratch off any of the like markings of what?
No, they still have the Imperial Eagle and something. on
Okay.
there.
Can I roll tactics, assault doctrine, to see the best way to actually take the town?
Well, you should probably get there to see what it's like first, shouldn't you?
Yeah,
Well,
would
yeah,
be
okay.
good.
Can I roll it comprehensively?
But I also tell the Janissaries to, while staying in formation, keep relatively widely spread out on our trek over there, just in case.
Successfully mobilize the entire camp to assist you. It's very clear that during any assault upon Tyranid forces, they are now readily willing to surrender their lives for the cause of the Emperor, exhibiting the same zeal that they would otherwise show defending themselves against, you if you had assaulted them.
Yeah.
Notably, their tactics on the assault are thoroughly selfless, as they are very much willing to die in any attempt to slay the Xenos. So,
Job
They
done.
are.
I owned that fellowship check somehow.
Yeah, because he
what was
rolled
the
shit.
difference?
He rolled like minus 5.5 degrees of failure.
Alright.
Didn't
Wonderful.
even need to use that fate point.
It probably helped.
You know, you didn't need to use it, but there you go. Alright, so... Okay, so you mobilize and take them all north, going at a rather slow pace, because it's a few kilometers away, and there's a big line of Janissaries around your land raider or marching behind you. So, when you finally enter the ruined city, basically the following scene begins. Based upon the map coordinates that Inquisitor Gent provided to you, finding the precise location of the temple should be relatively straightforward for you. In fact, even traveling to the location should be largely uneventful. So basically, as you walk through the city, you can clearly see that the entire city has been utterly destroyed by both a long-scale war, orbital bombardment, and the clear marks of Tyranids. Most of the structures have been reduced to complete rubble. Many bear the taint of Tyranid construction, as well as the scorch marks of Space Marine and Imperial Guard firepower. Though some of the damage is concealed by the drifting snow that constantly permeates Terrazor's environment now, the tragedy of the overall damage and the massive loss of human life is inescapable. It is a completely massive ruined city that once held the lives of millions is now a ghost town. The first significant problem is posed once you reach the site of the temple. Due to the battles that have been fought in the area, the structure has largely collapsed into total ruin. From your knowledge of traditional Imperial designs, you should suspect that there's a relevant shrine that would hold the reliquary of this particular cathedral would be located at the very back of the temple, past its nave. Due to the way the roof and the walls have collapsed, however, there is no easy path to reach this area. A casual inspection suggests that in order to reach the area, you must begin digging. So... Yeah, let me just get the next scene, because you guys took a bunch of Janissaries with you. So, the Land Raider, of course, is not going to be able to go underground, so the Land Raider is going to be of no use for this. Because you're going into tunnels.
We don't make the Janissaries digging out of it.
For a Land Raider. How big a Land Raider is, it's like bigger than a train, dude. Okay, let me just set up next bit for you. Give me a second, because I wasn't sure if you'd take these guys or not.
If I learn anything from that that time when we had that dinner party and those Tyranids arrived, it's bring lots of other people for them to eat.
Yes, it was a feast for everyone.
Are they all humans, by the way, or do they have any like Ogrins with them?
They're all humans.
Alright.
They're from an Imperial Shrine world, so they don't take any stab humans.
Alright. Racist bastards.
By the way, I'm loving the weather, right? Because
well, it's not nearly
cold.
as cold as Fenris. It's just light snow all the time.
Well, it's colder than
yeah,
I'm used to.
Oh!
Okay, so let me see. Do any of you have an Auspex array of any kind?
Yeah. I have an Auspex.
Yeah, well, you need a tech use test to use an Auspex correctly, so more correctly, does Sarlacc have an Auspex? Yeah.
The tank has Auspex arrays in it, doesn't it? I was reading about.
Yeah, well, anyone who has an Auspex tank or otherwise can make a plus 20 tech use test to try and use the Auspex array to get any additional information by scanning through various, visions and things like that. Detecting radioactivity. Okay.
Beep, beep, beep.
Okay, so you reveal, Sarlacc, that a chamber roughly 3 meters in height is just below the antechamber where you're digging. It's roughly, and it leads to a smaller sort of chamber far below the surface, roughly 25 meters in length by 12 meters in width. with 2 more degrees of success, which you have, the acting character realizes that there are several tunnels, each roughly 4 meters in diameter, which enter and exit the larger chamber from various directions. I guess you also check for life as well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can very clearly see that a swarm of Tyranids is also within the chambers below you. And they match your description of Raveners. So apparently the Raveners have decided to make a hive below exactly where you need to go. Probably drawn by the psychic emanations of the orb. So you guys are right above where the Ravener base is, and the Janissaries are digging down through the dirt right now, but you guys are standing here, and you guys know there's a Ravener down there. So do you want to change anything or alter?
Oh yeah, we always got the lead, so
Give me options, men.
I say dig enough hole, a small enough hole, so we can drop frag grenades down, then load them up to where we would have an advantage. Then fight on our terms, not theirs.
It is a fine plan.
Yeah, I want to drop a whole lot of explosives down there before they even have a chance.
Are we? We're not thinking this chamber actually holds the artifact.
It's only a frag grenade. If anything, it would just slightly chip it. But it's about our design, brother. I doubt it would take damage by a simple frag grenade.
If you want to, do you want to blow through the roof, basically? Is that what you're saying?
Well, just dig a hole so that could drop frag grenades down, and they would drop into the chamber, blowing everything up down there and forcing them up to us. So I was getting at.
I mean, it's possible, but they even get down there in time. You need to do a demolitions check. I mean, if you're gonna dig in, the Tyranids are gonna know you're coming.
Right.
True.
Well,
Someone roll a tactics thing.
I have tactics assault doctrine. Yeah, we're assaulting something.
Well,
Boom. No.
if we make enough noise, they're going to come up to attack us. How about we get back in the Land Raider and try and get the Tyranids to come up here, and then work our way down when we start thinning the horde.
Draw them out to some kind of choke point.
Yeah. I say, Brother Librarian, it has been known in the past for Gene Stealers to cloud the warp. Could you take a sense of their number?
Oh well, I'll give it a quick try to do the a Sinisians. I'm feeling very Sinisient today. Do I get any bonuses to Sinisians?
Nope.
Okay. Boom.
Okay, so you want to know their numbers and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay, so by comparing both Starlock's readings and your Sinisians, you can both confirm that there is maybe at least 2 dozen Tyranid Raveners in the nest below you.
What is that we're standing on? Is it sand?
No, it's rubble.
Oh, okay.
It's the rubble of the top of the cathedral. Basically, you're in the middle of an immense imperial cathedral that's collapsed to ruins all around you, and you're at the back of it trying to dig down into the catacombs beneath where the reliquary is.
Yeah, I'd like to set up a crossfire. Set up a set of demolition charges to blow a hole that the Tyranids shall come through, and we all destroy whatever comes out of that hole.
You're presuming Raveners are stupid creatures.
Well, assuming
okay.
they would attack anything that comes near that hive.
Yeah.
And even if they don't attack, we still then have a hole that we could use to get down to them.
What was your hive roll on Forbidden Lore Xenos for knowing about Raveners?
3.6 by the look of it.
Yeah, 3.6.
Okay, so you know that Raveners are incredibly aggressive subterranean predators from the Tyranid fleet. The Xenos are renowned for their ability to assault seemingly secure locations with little or no warning. Their prodigious ability to burrow through virtually any substance and then emerge unexpectedly is a consequence of their exceptional hearing and ability to sense even the slightest of movements through thick layers of rock and earth. These large creatures are normally controlled by the Tyranid hive mind, as there are few, if any, higher functioning Tyranid organisms remaining upon Herizor. It's likely the surviving Raveners have reverted to their instinctive nature. They continue to devastate the few surviving life forms on the planet, but they have been reluctant to expose themselves to any attack when they do so. Instead, it's clear they have largely committed attacks against isolated individuals, only gathering in large groups or taking significant risks in defense of their nest. Due to their inherent bestial nature, they are unlikely to see through any complex deception or tactics used against them. So,
okay, so
you're aware
let's
of
just
how they
go
are.
and assault them.
Well,
No, they're unlikely to see through any deceptions. It said.
Unlikely, right?
Yeah,
We're doing what I said.
It says due to their inherent bestial nature, they are unlikely to see through any complex deceptions or tactics
Right.
used against them.
I heard it wrong the first time too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, maybe my thing just bugged out for a minute.
Okay, I would like to set up demolition charges in the center to blow a hole through this roof, set the Maccabian Janissaries in crossfire around the outside of this hole, and maybe get Ul, Kadir, Lorgath,
I say
and
brother,
probably Aloe, a caster, into the tank, me, Sarlocke, wait outside with the Janissaries and take
Brother.
what comes from this hole.
If I want to be anywhere, it needs to be in the front. I do not stand down when
Do you not
Yes.
wish to be in the tank?
I want to fight them
Let him.
in single combat, brother. It is the way of my people.
Will the tank?
Your people suck.
They do, but you know.
Are you allowing us to bring the tank into this fight, then, Warren, or not?
Yeah, you can drive the tank in just barely at the entrance, but
Okay,
it'll only be able to fire the heavy bolters. It won't be able to move.
So then we only need one
Okay,
person in the
so-
tank.
Then would you like to man the heavy bolter?
I say all. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would it be of use for Sarlocke to rub his sacred unguents all over the heavy bolter?
I have no idea, dude.
Can it jam?
Well, what does Sacred Unguents do? Do they do anything
Stops
special?
jamming.
Then yeah, sure, why not? If that's what it does, yeah.
Is it like an Astartes heavy
Yeah,
bolter?
I'll give you the stats if you want.
The stats on it's a twin-linked Astartes heavy bolter.
Yeah, I've got the stats right here. I'll just post them in Skype if you want.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh shit! Oh god. Oh, what have I done? So stat name. Fuck. Wait. Second.
So Warren, then we need to establish something.
Yeah.
Master of Arms. It's apparently you need to pick two of the special qualities in it.
Let me
Like-
see.
Those two I have those forever, and I can give them to any weapon, basically, if I read this correctly.
Master of Arms, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me read it.
I found the text for Sacred Unguents. I'll read that when you're ready.
Master... Where is it? What's it called?
The Master of Arms, Rites of Battle.
Oh, it's in Rites of Battle. Okay.
Yeah. 93.
93.
By the way, do we have demo charges?
I don't know, do you?
I didn't.
Oh,
get it.
you took a deed called Master of Arms. Okay. The bolt gun has a sacred role in training and life as a Space Marine. Next to his power armor, it is the most vital piece of equipment you will ever carry. A Master of Arms has achieved legendary skill with the bolter, and as many other types of common Astartes who are able to push them to their limit and tap into their killing power in ways common soldiers could not even begin to imagine. When taking this mark of distinction, GM chooses two of the weapons which can either accurate, blast, felling, scatter, or tearing. Whenever the battle brother uses a ranged weapon with the word Astartes in its title, he then applies one of these special qualities Okay, so I need to choose it, and then you get to pick one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I choose Felling and Blast 2, okay?
Okay.
So you can pick one of them.
Yeah, but I can pick any of them at any time, can I?
You can either pick Felling or Blast. Yeah.
Oh, that... Is
It
that
says that
like
it says,
forever?
yeah, it says that I picked them. Yeah, it says when taking this mark of distinction, the GM chooses two special weapon qualities from either accurate, blast 2, felling 1, scatter, or tearing. So for you, I choose permanently felling 1 and blast 2. Okay.
Okay, so I will have both of them.
No. So then you pick one of these qualities to apply to any weapon at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Okay. So you can either make the twin linked heavy bolter have felling 1 or blast 2.
Okay. So
Nice.
what's best out of those?
Felling reduces toughness of a natural toughness by 1, and blast increases the damage radius to 2 meters.
Okay, felling it is then.
Okay.
Cool. So, sacred unguents, blessed by the Omnislayer, are much sought after for its mystical properties when applied to machines. If applied to a weapon in full action, it becomes immune to jamming for a number of shots equal to its clip size. If the weapon is jammed and the unguent is then applied, it immediately unjams, but there is no further effect.
Yeah, so he can apply the sacred unguents to the heavy bolters, the twin linked heavy bolters, if he wants to.
Oh,
But
there we go.
only if he asks me in Swedish.
Oh god.
I don't think all know Swedish. It's a bit too far into the future. I don't think that's a language that would survive.
Actually, technically, Fenris is based on like Nordic culture, so it's possible that Fenrisian is like just Swedish except weirder,
Don't do it.
or like Norwegian, or probably a mix of all of them actually.
How many unguents did you get, Bermuda?
I got one.
Oh,
They're
okay.
20 requisition and not cheap.
Jesus. Well, you could say it because...
This gun's going to be fine. We've got all this meat shields in front of us anyway.
Yeah,
We should be fine.
It's reliable as well with the mark of distinction.
If you jam it...
Like 400 bullets in there, we'll be fine.
Yeah, the clip is like 200 anyway, so
400.
pretty much means that like it's like unjammable.
Well, do you guys have a demolition charge? I'm just curious.
Yeah, oh, I didn't bring one.
So if no one has it, your plan is like mute because you can't do it anyway. So.
I have metal bombs.
The
Yeah,
melta bombs won't work. It needs to be a demolition charge.
What?
Did they
Yeah.
not have any?
No, they don't have any. They crash landed on a ship. All they have is rags and battered las
Okay.
guns.
Wait. Will Ool's rocket launcher be able to do
Doesn't have
anything?
one.
Oh god.
You didn't bring one, yeah?
Can I shoot it with the last cannon then?
No, because the sponsons can't reach in, like I told you.
How about just a shitload of frag grenades?
Yeah, I've got lots of frag grenades and a crack grenade.
Have you guys ever seen a frag grenade in real life? They aren't very explosive.
Yeah.
They're more scattering of
Yeah.
fragmentation things. They
Yeah, I
don't
know
blow.
what a frag grenade is, but
What about a crack grenade?
They punch holes through things.
If you
I've got
put in-
3
if you-
crack grenades.
If you put in a total of 15 crack grenades in a big line, I will let you do it.
okay, we're going up against Tyranids. Crack grenades won't be all of the best, so I will put my 3 in.
I'll put mine in too.
That's 6, 9.
Yeah, so you're sending all yours in, Phil?
Yeah.
Okay, 9. So
I put
Deer.
in mine.
Okay,
Yes.
that's 13, and then we need one more person. Which is Castor, I guess. Will
Wait, no,
volunteer.
that's
Well-
12, not 13.
Well,
Oh,
I have 3
12,
as
yeah,
well,
12.
so...
Okay, so Uul. So only Castor will have crack grenades, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're putting them in the middle here.
Yeah.
Okay, so put yourselves where you guys are going to be, because Tyranids are going to come in.
What's the radius?
It's going to be straight down, like into the catacombs.
I stand near as fucking possible. And I say Angus first for blood. I named my sword, by the way.
You fall
just
into the hole.
saying.
Okay, so wait, you're going to stand right there. Right.
I'm standing near, mate. He's ready.
Jesus.
Okay, so they go off. Let me just make the full.
Pretty decent hole.
Like that says.
There was a hole
That's what
in the
he
middle
said.
of the ground.
Okay, you guys hear a roaring scream of a bestial-like creature, and then let me see how many of these dudes come out. Ooh, that's a lot of dudes. Okay, so this one comes out. This one comes out. Actually, let me just GM roll this.
Are any of them surprised? Are either side surprised?
Okay, so they come out. All right, so no, neither side is surprised because they both heard the explosion and knew this was coming. So.
Okay, then I activate lightning strike. By the way.
Okay, well, wait till we start.
And I'm just saying, just so.
Those
Okay,
things
so
look beautiful.
roll your initiative.
Yeah. Well, when I activate lightning strike, it allows people to roll initiative twice. Take the
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, roll your initiative twice and take the higher value.
It's whoever's in my support range, which is...
Well, 11 was my higher value.
Yeah, so you can just put it in yourself again.
Cool.
You know what that's gonna do, man? That's just gonna mean now that the thing's gonna fuck up so much, people are gonna be rolling like 8 times, like, get their initiative on.
Yeah,
Turn
well,
order.
and we also get a surprise round. 9.
Okay. How much cohesion did that cost?
2.
2, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're down to 8 cohesion.
Oh no,
I-
that was a
Oh yeah.
I am going to roll now. That's my highest.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
actually,
I forgot your internet. Right.
it's actually +3 because I got more agility, so it's 13. I've got to change that in my initiative.
Okay,
Oh
just-
dear, yes, perhaps I do too.
Yeah, feel free to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to roll for the Maccabian Janissaries, by the way, because they're literally just going to be cannon fodder because they can't even hurt these guys, no matter what they do. Okay?
But
So
they
they're
can't
just...
watch his fury.
No, they can't. They don't have touched by the fates. So they're just going to bolt or drill and act as, like, distractions while you guys kill these things, because they can't even get through their armor. Okay. So, descending order.
Agility is 54, by the way.
Oh yeah, someone needs to roll for our dude caster stuff. I'll roll for his
I'll take
initiative.
him if you don't want. If no one wants him.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second to roll for his initiative.
Alright.
Twice.
Yeah, so 7.
What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So descending order again. There we go. Lorgat, what is your agility? Ool, what is your agility?
Mine's 54.
He was 54. Okay, you go first.
Okay, what's yours, Ool? Because Tyranid
44.
Ravner. Yeah, the Tyranid Ravner goes before you, but not before Lorgat. Okay. I think that's everyone in their order. All right, so you guys got a surprise round, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, what was that assault called? Because I'm actually genuinely interested in...
Lightning Strike.
Lightning Strike.
223 PDF of the 4.
The core, yeah?
Yeah.
223, okay.
Pretty badass.
Yeah, I think so. I've used it before, I've just forgotten about it. Oh yeah, you're a Storm Warden, that's why, because Petra's also a Storm Warden.
Yep.
Yeah, the leader of the other group is a Storm Warden, that's why I know that one. Follower of the Storm Warden's chapter may order a lightning strike at the start of an combat and use size surprise. The battle border and use size front. Okay. That is a chapter attack pattern, so you need to actually make the others be able to do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You need to roll a command test.
What is command?
It's an advanced skill.
I don't have it, so it's half
So
or something.
only you can do it then.
Alright.
Yep.
Alright.
Okay,
He's
so
gonna get attacked twice.
You have a surprise round.
Alright.
So basically you attack them at a +30, but everyone else doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So Kadir, it is your turn.
I'll aim and shoot with my meltagun.
Okay. These guys are enormous, by the way, so they give +20 size modifier. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Their models look really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of a weapon.
Okay, so you hit. Let me see if they can dodge. They're not surprised you anyway. Okay, so what's their dodge? Are they even trained in dodge? Yes, they are trained in dodge. And they're not bad at dodging actually, because Tyranids. So that's where all their dodging. And he dodges you. Okay. Lord, got your turn.
Alright, first off, I Thunder's Call, the Ravener,
Okay.
and then I charge,
Mm-hmm.
and then that makes it a plus 40, so...
Remember their size is plus 30, so...
Oh shit, and
Alright,
surprise.
plus their surprise is plus 20, or size is plus 20.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. And that's
So-
surprised.
Yeah, well the max you can get is 60 if
Yeah,
you're
yeah, I've already, yeah.
Okay, so because he's surprised, he can't dodge you. So
Deal damage.
yeah. Which one did you shoot at, Kadir, by the way?
The one on the right.
This one? Okay. Oh shit. I went out of give me a second to come back. Alright, I backspace by accident. Alright, yeah, you hit him, right? Yeah, you did.
Yep. And
Okay,
24
so
and
24
6.
damage, pen 6. Okay, where did you hit him? Where did you hit him?
Fuck knows, 68.
Oh, well, they have 6 all over, never mind. Okay, so you penetrate all their armor. They have 8 toughness, so 16 damage.
Dead.
Okay, 16 damage.
Better be dead.
Nope. This Tyranid Ravener, it's definitely not surprised anymore, so it will attack you. And it attacks you with a lightning attack. Okay.
Alright.
And it hits you once. Do you want to dodge
Okay,
or parry?
so parry. When it says that like I get plus 10 to weapon skill tests in single combat, does that only mean attacking or anything to do with weapon skill?
Sorry, it actually hits you twice because it has the multiple arms, right? Actually, no, it hits you once, but it'll make another attack with the multiple arm. What was your question again, sir?
When I get things like plus 10 to weapon skill, does that only mean attacking or parrying as well?
Well, if it just says plus 10 to weapon skill and it doesn't explain anything else, it's to everything.
Okay, so fuck.
But if it says to attacking, then it is only to attacking.
Alright, that's another 10 and another 30 and another 40, I think. There you go.
Okay, so wait, you got 10 for that.
10 balanced.
Yeah.
10
Yeah.
for Thunder's Call. 10 for Mastercrafted Sword.
Yeah.
And 10 for Oath of the Final Duel.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Alright, just needed to calculate that. So then he goes to hit you again with his multiple arm thing.
And then I will parry again because I have Wall of Steel.
Yeah, he hits you again, so go for it.
40. Yep.
Okay, so you block him. Ooh, your turn.
Right. I shoot at the guy.
The
Kuro.
land rider, yeah.
Yeah. The one he's fighting.
Oh, the one that Lorgat's fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a twin-linked weapon, so you know what the twin-linked quality does, right?
No.
Okay, let me just get it for you real quickly to make sure I'm... It just basically increases your chance to hit.
Oh. So it's just a plus something.
Yeah, basically. It's like a twin-linked weapon represents 2 identical weapons connected together and linked to fire at the same time, often through one pull of the trigger or push of a button. Twin-linked weapons are built this way in order to increase the chances of scoring a hit through the crude expedience of blasting more shots at the target. A weapon with the twin-linked quality gains a plus 20 bonus to hit when fired and uses twice as much ammunition. In addition, the weapon may score 1 additional hit if the attack roll succeeds by 2 or more degrees of success. Lastly, the weapon's reload time is doubled. Okay, so it's plus 20. And if you get 2 or more degrees of success, you gain an additional
Okay.
hit.
Does that include like a minus for melee?
Yes. Well,
But
it's,
I don't get that because I have target selector.
you
or
have a
whatever.
target selector. but-
No, the skill. What is
Oh,
it?
you have this.
Target
skill.
selection.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Then it doesn't matter. Yeah.
So it's plus 30 then?
Well, it's plus 20 for their size, and then plus 20 for the twin link thing. And then if you're firing full auto, it's plus 20 again. So that just means it's plus 60 overall.
60, okay.
Yeah.
And I fire 11 bullets instead of...
No, twin links
Okay.
still fire the same number of weapons,
Oh, okay.
same number of bullets, yeah. So you would have hit 6
Damn it.
times, but it becomes 7 because you got 2 or more degrees of success. Do you have bolter drill? Of
Yeah.
interest? You have the talent bolter drill.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's actually 8 hits then. So that's 8 damage rolls. It can dodge because it has step aside, so it tries to.
8.
And it doesn't, so roll 8 damage rolls. Okay, is that within 3 meters of the next Tyranid? Not really. It's kind of too far. Okay, so right, 21 pen 6, that's all its armor, so it reduces that by 8, which makes that 13 damage, then 12 damage.
It's also felling.
Oh yeah, it's felling. Oh yeah, okay, so it's dead. It's toast.
What'd you shoot at that one at all? The worst.
Okay, so Uriel, your turn.
Right, let's get ready to summon a demon prince.
Do it.
It's cool, I got this gun now.
If you did summon a demon prince, I would laugh so much shit you wouldn't even imagine it.
Yeah, I don't. What's there?
I'd
Did you
probably flip my
determine-
table and just go, I'm done, because like,
Fucking psychers.
I'm never allowed to roll a psyker again. Is that how it's going to work? If
No
I do?
one will be allowed.
maybe.
Yeah. What did we determine their armor was just then?
6.
Their armor is 6, yeah.
Oh, right. Then I don't actually need to push. Hooray!
Yeah, 'cause that would hit me.
Right. So if I'm not pushing, I am smite unfettered, so it's within
It's flat willpower, yeah.
flat willpower. Yeah.
While you're smiting, right?
Yes.
Smite is considered an attack, so it benefits from size modifiers and half aims and things like that, so if you want to do that, you can do that. So their
Yeah.
size is plus 20, and if you half aim, it's plus 10 as well.
30, and I also get 5 because I've got a psychic hood now.
Yes, so it's plus 35 willpower. Which is
Okay.
like almost unfailable for you, except if it's 91 or above, because then it fails
Yeah.
to manifest. So it does manifest, it doesn't double, so it just goes off. So roll damage.
It doesn't double?
No, he didn't roll a double, so there's no peril, basically.
Oh, it looks like it's 88 plus 35.
No, it's 88 plus 35, and he rolled an 85.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I see.
Yeah, his willpower is 88.
Right.
Okay. So.
So it's just it's as many dice as is your psi rating, and as many pen as is your psi rating, and it's meters as is your psi rating as well. So pen 7, so it's your psi rating 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will from center to center.
Not hit me.
That will hit you. That's actually
Dodge.
just enough to hit you. So you will have to dodge, yeah.
Wait,
I-
no, because I used 2 parries this turn actually.
Do you have step aside?
I do not.
Nope. Then you get hit.
Don't tell me I'm going to kill Lorgath. My first
Well,
action in this
you
game.
may do. So that always hits the chest. So I'll do the Tyranid first. So the Tyranid reduced that by 8. So that's 36 damage. The Tyranid's not dead, but that really hurt.
There's a 10 in that, like one of my rolls. So do I Righteous Fury?
Yeah, you Righteous Fury automatically on the Tyranid, but automatically on Lorgat.
So I should roll
Yeah,
to see if I hit
roll
with
to
Lorgath.
confirm. Yeah.
Same willpower.
You may just have killed Lorgat. Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Oh look, yes. How many times did you roll? Oh,
If you want to, I'll let you say you did it feathered, and we'll take the last, like, you have to half it, so 7 halved is like 4 rounded up. So we'll take the last 4 damage dice away, and you won't hit
Okay.
Okay.
So 9, 10, and 8.
Yeah, so 9, 10, 8, and 3, because you half it and it rounds up.
Okay.
Yeah, so 9,
One pen
10, 8.
for.
Okay, so 30 it would have been. And then you can roll the Righteous Fury, which is a d10 as well, because you did Righteous Fury on a 10. Because, yeah, you definitely would have hit him center to center.
Yeah.
Okay, so 90 or 39 damage. He reduces that by pen 4, so he gets 2 additional. So you would have done quite a bit less, but at least Lorgot's not dead.
Yep, that's the thing.
Yeah. So Sarlacc, your turn.
Okay. I'd like to
Thank you, Warren.
charge this guy.
I was wondering, why does he do it to beat him in a duel?
This is what you get.
I was gonna imagine Uriel going, I told you once we're outside of the ring there would be lightning.
So
Phyllis is on a killing spree.
And he's called a Storm Warden. Storm Warden this.
Wow.
Alright, so you're charging him, so
Mhm.
it's plus 10 for the charge and plus 20 for the size, so plus 30.
yeah, and I can only hit him with a melee weapon, yes.
Yeah.
And my servorum doesn't count as a melee weapon in this
It does.
case. Oh.
It does, yeah. That is a hit. He tries to dodge.
Could he not have tried to dodge my?
No, because he can't. He doesn't have enough meters in movement to dodge out of it. Or actually, he might have with the 40, because you reduced it. Let me just check what his half move. Actually, he could have. So I'm gonna see if he dodged the lightning first. Alright, that's a good point. Let me just see if he dodged it. Yeah, he did in fact dodge your lightning. So he dodged over here. So could you make that dodge distance?
To charge? No, I mean this was about almost the maximum of my charge distance.
Well then go back to where you were and choose something else to do. So yeah, sorry about that, Uriel. It's just I forgot about that. So.
That's fine. Yeah. And sorry, Sarlacc, for ruining your charge.
Quick question, Warren. If they were defending against these things, yes, their guns could not do anything against them.
Why do you think they were bunkered up inside a thing with autocannons around it? Because autocannons can hurt them, but their laser weapons can't.
They had like 4 autoguns. How would they have survived this long?
Who knows? The Tyranids aren't. These, like I explained in what you learned from them, they aren't behaving under the influence of the Tyranid hive mind. They're just wild beasts. So they were just hunting when they got hungry, basically. All right, so yeah, Sarlacc, what do you want to do instead?
I'd like to. Let me just full auto that thing with my new storm bolter.
With Hellfire or normal?
I don't think I can.
You full auto with a storm bolter?
Yeah, no, you can only semi-auto with a storm bolter.
Why does it say?
They errated it to something else. If you didn't check that.
Do what?
Yeah, they errated it in the errata to something else.
Yeah, it's a single shot for Ash in the errata.
Yeah, so it's it can only single shot or semi-auto burst for 4.
Okay, well then I'll semi-auto him, and yeah, I'll say my Hellfire rounds are loaded into the storm bolter.
Okay, because you guys did know Tyranids might be involved. Well, you definitely knew they were, so I guess you all reloaded and whatever you want. So yeah, go ahead and fire the storm bolter at semi-auto. So it's plus 30 then, because 10 for the semi-auto for the size, or 20 for the size. Yeah, they do. Yeah, you might need to change the stats. They do. You'll have to put in the following actually, because it has terrain.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you just put that in as its damage, it will automatically do the terrain for you, and it's
Okay.
10-4 and everything else.
Copy and paste that. What'd you say? Plus 30 to hit.
Yeah, it's plus 30 to hit.
Are you aiming or anything? Oh no, you can't.
You can't aim.
Semi.
So, yeah. That's a miss. Do you want to reroll it or bump it over to a single hit?
Yes, I would.
So reroll or bumping it over?
I'd like to re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh god. Good luck.
Okay, so that's 2 hits. He does have step aside, so he tries to dodge.
Oh, he gets
Yeah.
dodged twice for step aside.
Yes.
Oh.
And he fails. So you get 2 hits, so that turns into 4 because it's storm, so roll 4 damage rolls. Because storm bolters.
With what is it, pen 9? Or pen 6 or something?
Well, it's pen 4 normally, but yeah, so could you change it to pen 4 on your sheet? Because it's actually supposed to be pen 4.
Sorry, I was just copying it out of the core rulebook.
Yeah, no worries. Just you should check the errata for weapon damages because they change like everything basically. So,
Is
so
that pen
Hellfire-
different with Hellfire? Yeah.
Yeah, well, it just means Raveners have natural armor, so it just means he has no armor basically. So let me just look up Hellfire rounds quickly. Ammunition Hellfire. There we go. Yeah, Hellfire. Effects: the weapon ignores natural armor and may inflict Righteous Fury on any damage roll die results of 9 or 10. In addition, the weapon gains a tearing quality if it did not already possess it. When used in heavy bolter, changes the rate of fire to S. Yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, so did you roll any 9s? Yeah, you did.
2 in the second die.
Yeah, and a second die.
Wow.
So you Righteous Furied, so roll another d10 for the second damage die.
Oh.
Okay.
Right now.
So 12 damage, penetrates all of his armor. It has 8 resistance, so 4 damage from the first one. Another 6, so 10 from the next one. Or, well, 11 because of the Righteous Fury. Then you did 8 from the 16 and 9 from the 17. Okay, that is your turn.